Hi, welcome everyone. This is a series on how to trade. So, 22nd of May, this is my live recording of the trades I took. Bank Nifty and Nifty both opened up negative, and the market does look negative. Uh, so, it's around 9:20 when I took my initial first three trades. I entered long on Amar Raja, on Glenmark and on Adani ports. I entered Amar Raja around 605, Glenmark around 355, and Adani at around 311. So, in spite of the index being negative, I entered Amar Raja and Glenmark on the long side because if you look at the day pattern, it was an expected. There was an expectation that these two stocks would go up, hence I have entered them on the long side. Of course, we always do trade with stop loss in place. So my stop loss is already in place, and my maximum risk for the day is 5,000 rupees. Currently, we are doing okay. We are in the plus side, and we shall wait and observe and monitor and see where do the trades go. It's too early to say what is going to happen, but definitely we'll keep trailing our stop loss in such a way that we do not make any loss and we remain profitable. So Glenmark, we can Glenmark. I'm already going to change the stop loss to 357. This way, whatever happens now, we will make some money in Glenmark and we will have a decent profit in Glenmark. Uh, Similarly, we can also move Adani, the stop loss down to about 231, 2.8. This way, the overall risk in Adani is also lowered a bit. Uh, Amar Raja, the expectation was that it would go up. It is struggling to go up. So I've changed the stop loss and made it quite tight now. Because even if it does hit the stop loss, my trade will close not in loss but in meager profits. Uh, 360 is a point which Glenmark has quite some resistance on. So we'll have to see if it's able to break 360 and sustain itself above or not. That's why I have changed the stop loss to a very tight margin in Glenmark. Okay, looks like Amar Raja has already hit the stop loss. Amar Raja did hit the stop loss limit that we had set, which was at 605.7. So as you can see, we this trade got closed with 200 rupees plus. At least we've not made any loss on Amar Raja, so that is fine. In the meantime, Glenmark and Adani Ports are still running. Adani Ports has in fact now gone into the plus side because 311 was the point that we sold Adani Ports at. It's always good to analyze the stocks on multi time frame because it gives you a very good idea of where the support and the resistances are. As we were discussing, 360 seems to be providing quite some resistance for Glenmark, so we will wait and observe. In the meantime, the stop loss level for Adani Port is also we are optimizing that too. So if we look at Glenmark, uh, if it has to break this 360 362 barrier, it'll break and it'll go up convincingly from here, but okay, the stop loss has been hit. It was not able to do so, and 360.9 limit was hit, and we've had a good run with Glenmark, and we've made decent profits from it. Adani Ports is still running. Uh, it's uh, it's still going fine. Looking at a lower time frame, we can see that 310 is where it had some sort of support, which has now been broken. So we've changed our stop loss also. So now with our Adani port also, whatever happens, we will not make any loss because the stop loss limit is at 310.2 now, and we had sold it at 311. Scanning through the other scripts, Bharti Airtel was also in the list for selling, and it looks like it is taking support right now at 590. So if it is able to break 590, we shall we shall be considering Bharti Airtel for a sell. So it seems like Bharti Airtel is going down. So it's been sold at 589.7. Bharti Airtel is a stock in which fluctuations are quite big. So if it goes in our direction, it can give a very big profit. Otherwise, the stop loss can also be hit very quickly. So we will have to tightly monitor the stop loss and we'll have to really control it tightly. Uh, so for now, we are keeping it at 590.1, 590.3. In the meantime, Adani Ports is also going in our direction. So, but we will have to keep some patience and wait and see what happens with Adani Ports. There's quite some support around 590 for Airtel. If it there's a good chance that it can reverse back from here and maybe go up to 590 to 595. So we'll have to closely observe and see what happens with Airtel. Okay, Airtel has hit the stop loss and we've had around 1,400 rupees loss on Airtel. Uh, Adani Ports is still running. Scanning through the other scripts, Dabur was another stock that I had on my sell radar. Uh, 440, 438 was a range in which Dabur was getting a lot of support on. So if it breaks that level, it was a good chance it would fall. So now that 437 has come, uh, we've sold Dabur and we shall monitor and track this trade. Of course, the stop loss has been kept right now at 440, which is a very big stop loss for this stock. It's but because the volatility is very high, we'll have to observe and monitor. In the meantime, Adani Ports has hit my stop loss, uh, so that trade has closed. Okay, so when we look at Adani Ports, it does seem that 310 to 308 is a zone where it is getting uh, some sort of a support. But it does look like it might go further down if you look at Adani ports in different time levels. So typically I do not re-enter trades once it's closed, but it looks like Adani ports could go down further. So I shall be re-entering Adani ports today. So I'm just waiting to see in a minute chart if it breaks the 308.5 level where it is now right now taking support at, then we shall enter Adani ports. So Adani Ports has been sold at 308.4. In the meantime, Dabur is also moving in our direction. Dabur definitely has some support at 435. So if it breaks 435, then there's a good chance it'll fall further down. Uh, Let us see. We shall move the stop loss in both Adani Ports and Dabur to a point where we don't make any losses. Even when you look at the index, even the index is now coming down quite rapidly. So let's observe and monitor. So if you look at the higher time frame, Adani Ports had some sort of a support at 306, 305 level. So it's a good time to change the stop loss limit on Adani Ports and even on Dabur. We shall change the limit of Adani Ports to about 308.3. This way, come what may, we don't make any loss on this particular trade. Similarly, Dabur will change it to about 436.75. This way, even in Dabur, we don't make any loss. Okay, Adani Ports has hit my stop loss. And Dabur has also hit stop loss. So we've got no trades right now. All has been closed. Let's scan a bit more and see which trades are interesting for us to take. Apollo hospitals do look interesting, but let's observe Apollo Hospital on a bigger frame, and if we see that it is right now at support level, but it seems to be retracing from the support level back up. So let's look at SRT. SRT is also at a support level of around 568, 570, but it seems to be having potential of going down. So I think SRT is a better choice for us today than Apollo Hospital. So let's look at SRT at a lower time frame and find the right moment when we can enter the trade. See, when you observe it in the 5 minutes right now, it looks like as if it might go up, but in 15 minutes it shows that it's going down. Hence, we need to look at different time frames to get a good idea of what's happening. And now when we look at a minute chart, it does seem like it wants to go down. So 567 seems to be the point that we can enter this trade for a sell. And we shall enter with a stop loss limit of around 572. This way, the maximum risk on this trade will be only 3000. Okay, so it is now going down. So, okay, so we've entered it SRT at 567 and it is moving in our direction now. Yes. So we'll keep a close eye on the stop loss for SRT and we will keep trailing the stop loss when the trade goes in our direction. Okay, SRT is moving down quite rapidly actually. So let's keep a close eye on SRT. As you can see, SRT is already at 555 levels, and this is a 1 minute chart. The reason why we are monitoring SRT so closely is because it's moving so fast. There's a potential that it can whiplash back up also in the same speed. Hence, we are tracking this so closely and moving our stop loss also. Once it breaks 550 and goes down, I think 550 becomes a good barrier for us, good level for the stop loss. If you look at SBI also, it is falling. 150 is a point where it could potentially break and fall further. Uh, let's keep an eye on SBI and see what happens. So we can keep SRT's stop loss now, I guess, at 550. And we can look at entering SBI also because it has crossed 150 and it's staying below 150. So there can be a good potential of SRT going down. So we've entered SBI. Okay, all right. SRT has hit our stop loss because of that one quick up move. SBI also seems to be moving upwards. Okay, SBI has also hit our stop loss. SRT has hit our stop loss. So yes, SBI was a bit risky to enter, but it did look like it would go down, but it did end up coming up and it has hit our stop loss. So yeah, we have had a loss of about 3.2, 3.5 thousand rupees on that, but SRT gave a very good move as per our expectation and it has hit a trailing stop loss. So we will now basically just look around and scan further for potential stocks that we could trade, and then we shall see if it's the right points for us to enter or not, and we will decide then to take those trades if those trades look good. All right, so the trading day is over, and we've made a profit of about 18,000 rupees. I did enter a few other trades. I entered Zeal, and then I entered Havels, and I also entered BPCL. BPCL gave a decent return. We also had a small loss in M&M. But overall, today we've had a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3.6, which is really good. Risk to reward ratio in day trading of anything over 1 to 1, 1 to 2 is a very good day. So, overall, today has been a very good trading day. Let's observe the stocks in which we've had good returns. If you see, we've had good returns in Glenmark. So the reason why we did trade Glenmark today was because for quite some days it was hitting the 350 level, and it did look like it would break 350 level and it would go up. And observing on the lower time frame, the 5-minute chart, we can see that when after the first 5 minutes, when Glenmark was showing good signs of good positive signs, I entered Glenmark at 355, and we were able to capture the upward move where it went up to about 360, and then we kept our stop loss around 360 because I wasn't sure it would break 360 and keep going up further. So it took our stop loss at 360 and gave us a pretty good move and a good profit. Similarly, in SRT also we had a good day today. SRT also it had been in a downtrend for a few days and it was hitting 570 level for the last 3 or 4 days. So there was an expectation that it would fall today. And looking at the lower time frame, that's exactly what happened. Uh, Once Bank Nifty started moving down around 567 is what we sold SRT at. So when Bank Nifty started moving down, we were able to capture the good move of SRT from 567 to about 550, even though it went further down to almost 530, but it took our stop loss at 550. Now the stock was moving down so fast that it was very difficult to say what would happen. But we did manage to capture a very good move, so that's a good result for us. Now in SBI, 150 is a round number and it was going to give a good support. But once in the 5 minutes chart, once it broke 150 and it came to 149, I thought that it would continue to go further down, and hence that's the reason why we entered SBI once it crossed 150 and hit 149. But unfortunately for us, it then gave a whiplash back up, and uh, it was never able to really break 150 and stay below 150 uh, for the rest of the trading day. So we had some loss in SBI, but overall we've had a pretty good day. So yeah, so with the risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3.6 is a very good day. Overall, we've basically stuck to all the trading principles and policies that we have laid down for ourselves, and that's the reason why we've had a good profitable day today. Uh, Definitely, what I'll be doing is I'll be recording more of my live trades in this way, and I shall share the detailed analysis of why I took some of these trades and the reason behind those trades. Uh, Hopefully, that will also give you an idea of uh, the basis on which I take my trades. So definitely that will be the agenda for these videos on how to trade. Uh, Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe uh, to my channel, and stay tuned for further live trading videos. Thank you.